Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And we're underway here in South Philly. On the return from the end zone, here's Britton Covey. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. First and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He'll try to run for it.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there, tuck it, and head for the sticks. He's able to get the first down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
A first down throw for Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Oh, a loose football. The Bears have it. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will go up by 7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Great, set.
He quit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from Vegas. On the return, here comes Evans. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. He'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make it.
And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Minshew. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football at their own 40.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. A pickup there of 13. First down, Vegas. On first down, right back to White. Not much to work with there. We'll get down to about the 22. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here with White. And a good tackle out wide. Will hold them to a gain of just 3. So a turnover-filled first quarter has come to an end. What will the second quarter have in store? And we're back in Vegas after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. They'll run with Madison. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he's in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Raiders.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here comes Evans. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions, and so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
The drive begins with a run by White. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with White. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, it's White. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. And the Bears are going to have it just past their 25.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
We're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. Down the sideline. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
So you take a look at an offensive coordinator's play sheet, Mike, and there's a column on all of those pages that at the end of the day, it's about the players, not the plays. And when things aren't going well, you say, all right, who do I have to get the ball to? Well, this guy is one of them. I mean, whether they throw it to him, hand it to him, whatever they do, the more he touches the ball, the more good things happen.
The ball still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. To throw, it's Williams. That one, take it in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, here's Minshew. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here, we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Bears get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. Finding room at the 35. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big one there to start the second half. 31 yards. Trying the left side, here's White. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, a run with White. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll try and throw with Minshew. Finding his tight end, Mayer. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Oh, no chance to get rid of that ball. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
He'll air it out down the middle. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Breathing room up past the 15. Room up the sideline at the 45. Inside the 10. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 97 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will get out in front 17-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They run with White. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close.
The speed on display. He's in. Zamir White. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here comes Evans. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen in motion. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Robert Spillane spills him there. Second down and 8. Allen in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Allen in motion. Throwing on second down. Williams. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end.
Raiders 14.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. To throw is Williams. Going up top. He's got it! And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's a handoff and Swift running right. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Williams. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where a rookie quarterback can kind of be baited into thinking something's open when it's really not. And these are the things that all coaches are just continuing to work through. Anytime you have a young signal caller, they haven't seen the reps. They don't have the experience. In this case, the defense plays this one to perfection, and it results in the big takeaway.
Room to run at the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
A give left side for White. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up. On the ground, it's White. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now, a big 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in it.
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Swift. He'll be stopped, just a short gain, down to the 30. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. He's got